All right, here is the last example from section 13.1 where we had the profit function and we wanted to find where the profit was increasing. We ended up getting the derivative and then we want to find the critical numbers. So this is my derivative and I want to figure out when the derivative equals 0 or doesn't exist. So I had to actually try to solve this quadratic equation. I couldn't do it by factoring, so my other options were either using the quadratic formula or using my calculator. So what I did is I put the derivative into my y equals. I graphed it to see if I could see the graph. I ended up actually changing my window so that my x, the lowest x, was -1. My highest x went up to 1500. I just picked a really big number because my equation had some small and big numbers in it. And then I graphed it, and I was able to end up seeing that it touched right here. It kind of goes way down here and then it comes back up, so it looks like my parabola, and I can see the two places where it touches the x-axis, or my zeros, or my solutions. I knew that this one, when I went to try to trace it and find those zeros, when I was tracing and I was looking at my x's, I noticed that my x went past 1,000, and I knew that 1,000, from 0 to 1,000 was my domain, so I didn't want to go over any farther than 1,000. So I'm going to go back and I want to find where it touches at this 0. So I know that this 0 is out of my domain, but I want to figure out what this 0 is. So I'm going to go to the left of that 0. So you notice I'm still in the negative y value, so I'm down here somewhere. And as I continue to scroll, it's going to go less negative, and then it's going to all of a sudden shoot up to positive, right? So if I want to be left of this 0, I want to be up here. If I was following this graph from the left to the right, I would hit left first, then I would be underneath, above, and then I would be underneath. So my left bound is going to be above the x-axis, over here to the left of this 0. So you notice that my y values are positive. I'm going to hit enter. Then I'm going to scroll just to the right of the 0, which means I'm going to now be below the x-axis, so you can see that my y values are negative. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to hit guess, and it's going to give me that 409.77 or 409.8. Remember, this was one of our critical numbers to figure out now where my profit was increasing or decreasing. Testing intervals on each side of this critical number to figure out if my derivative is positive or negative.